again, and welcome to another week of chair yoga. I want to thank all the support we've got from the people at the cancer support community and all the help with technology to help us keep bringing these programs to you. So I hope that you're enjoying them. And for those who don't know me, my name's Rita. I normally teach the 2 p.m. class at the Helen Graham Centre in Christiana Hospital. So I hope when this is all over and we can get back to normal, whatever normal will look like for us, maybe I can see your faces. So for those who normally come on a Wednesday, I really miss seeing you all, and I hope that we will see each other again soon and you're all taking care. So let's start as we always do, sitting up nice and tall. Think of finding some length in the spine. You could sit back in the chair, bring your hands to your thighs, let the elbows relax, pulling them back a little towards your hips. Let the chin drop a little bit. And if you're comfortable breathing with your eyes closed, do that. Otherwise, keep your eyes open. And we'll just start by not changing anything. Just breathing easily. And noticing how you feel today. Starting from the head and working your way down through your neck and shoulders, your back, your ribs and hips, all the way down to your toes. Just notice how you're feeling. If you're feeling any tension, or if you're just feeling really relaxed today. So sometimes when we get anxious, and there have been many days where I've felt very anxious, it helps to actively stop and take a pause to just breathe and nothing else. And we do lots of different types of breathing in yoga, but I'd like to start today with a way of breathing I think really helps to calm us, and that's breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth with an audible as though you're fogging up a mirror. So let's do a few of those just to slow everything down. We'll inhale through the nose. Exhaling slowly. Let's do a few more like that. Inhaling. Two more like that. And last one. And then bring your breath back to your typical way of breathing. If you can, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. But if breathing out through the nose is a little difficult, then you can breathe gently through the mouth. So any time of day when you're feeling a little stressed or anxious or your heart rate's getting up for some reason, just taking a pause and doing 3 or 4 of those nice deep cleansing breaths really helps to calm everything down. So you can stay leaning back on the chair, or you can sit up a little taller if you want to work harder. We're going to, as we breathe in, lift the head towards the ceiling, maybe looking at where the ceiling and the wall meet. As you exhale, slowly begin to lower the chin, not letting it hang completely off, just lengthening the back of the neck. And as you inhale, lifting the head gently, keeping the shoulders relaxed. And exhale, slowly lower the chin. We'll do 2 more like that. Inhaling to lift. And you can adjust the speed of your breathing to whatever is comfortable for you. You don't have to breathe at the same pace as me. 1 more, lengthening through the throat. And as you exhale, tucking the chin a little bit, stretching out through the back of the neck. You're going to look down at the floor about a foot in front of your knees and slowly turn your head to the right and left. As though you're saying no to a small child, very slowly and gently. Only turning the head as far as you can without having your shoulders get involved. Nice and gently. One more to each side. And then we'll come back up to the center and we'll turn the head to the side with the neck in neutral. Slowly through the center as you inhale, and exhale as you turn to the side. Inhale through the center, exhale. Moving with the breath, keeping the spine tall. One more time through the center and exhale to the side. We'll come back to the center. We'll bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. So you can just stay here. That is perfectly fine. Or you can bring your right hand to the outside of your head. And just let the weight of that hand hold you there. So we're not pulling down. We're just letting the extra weight gives a bit of lengthening in the neck. So again, you can stay here, or you can take this left arm and reach it towards the floor. You can turn the palm up and then turn it down. So rotate the whole arm here, not just the wrist. And anytime that this gets too much, you can release this hand. If that's too much for your neck or your shoulders. Do one more rotation of the whole arm, turning down and then turning up. Bring that hand back to the center, bring the head down through the middle and over to the other side. So just pause here first and just pay any attention to if it feels different than the other side. So mine feels quite tight down here. So I'm going to try with my hand on here and see how that feels. It might make it feel better. If it doesn't feel better, then take the hand away. Reaching the right arm down towards the floor. So you can stay here. Or again, you can rotate the arm so the palm faces up and then it turns down. A couple of times rotating the whole arm so the shoulder reaches back, and as you rotate it down, the shoulder will actually come forward a little bit. Opening as you rotate and closing. Let's do one more. And then bring this other arm down. Bring both hands back to the legs. And we'll lift the chin again as you inhale. And then exhale. Just two like this. Lifting the chin on the inhale, lengthening. Exhale, lowering the chin. We'll come back to the center. We'll take some very gentle shoulder circles. So coming up to the ears and forward. Pulling the shoulders back. Squeezing the shoulder blades together a little bit and then up again. So circles coming forward. So it doesn't have to be really big. And again, just notice that maybe one shoulder moves a little differently than the other. We'll do one more in this direction. And then we'll switch directions, coming forward and up. Squeeze the shoulder blades and then down. Nice and slow and gentle. Choose how big or small you make these movements. Do two more. And then one more. And pause. And take a little wiggle. You can sit back here if you're tired. Make some fists with your hands. And we're going to circle at the wrists. Try to keep the arm still and only make the circle at the wrist rather than moving the whole arm if you can. Few in one direction. And then switching directions. Make the circles the other way. And we're going to stretch the hands out as wide as they'll go. And then come to fists. Stretch and fists. This time we're going to change it. We'll do stretching them. Come to claws, so like a bear claw, and then a beak, and then a fist. Stretch and claw and beak and fist. Stretch and claw and beak and fist. Claw and stretch, and fist, and beak, and stretch, and beak, and stretch, and claw, and fist, and stretch, and fist, and then give everything a little shake. So I like to try to trick people on a Wednesday and see who's paying attention. So shake them out as though you're shaking water off your fingers. And let's stretch the right arm out, have the fingers pointing to the floor. Keep the shoulder down and just gently squeeze the back of that wrist. Just decompressing the wrist. You can wiggle those fingers. And then we'll turn the palm up and gently pull the fingers and the palm back towards you. So you can do this with a bent arm as well. Just trying to keep the shoulder relaxed. So we never want to bring tension to one part of the body as we're trying to stretch or release the rest of the body. That doesn't help us. 2 more breaths here. And then we'll relax that arm and we'll lengthen the left arm out, palm faces down, point the fingers to the floor, and we'll give a little squeeze to this wrist. Maybe wiggle the fingers. Rotate the palm and we'll stretch back. Keeping the shoulders relaxed if you can. So you don't have to have your arm really high. You can have it wherever's comfortable. 1 more breath here. And then relax the arms. I'm going to stretch every finger in turn. So we're going to take the little finger and just take 1 breath there. So inhale and then exhale, letting that finger just stretch a little bit. Inhale and the ring finger. Inhale and exhale. So if you're breathing a bit faster than me, maybe you take 2 breaths on each finger. Or if you're really enjoying that stretch and you want to stay there longer, you can do that. And let's not forget the thumb, stretching that back. And we'll switch hands. Pinky finger and the ring finger. And the middle. And the index finger. And lastly, the thumb. I'm going to sit back and we're going to take each finger in turn to touch the thumb. So just tapping gently, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to repeat that. Nice and gently. It's okay if you don't actually reach the thumb, just moving the finger in that direction is a good practice. 1 more each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then give everything a little shake out. Good. So take whatever movement you can. Maybe a few thumb circles might help. It's nice to get the thumbs moving to help prevent that arthritis. Keeping the shoulders nice and loose. We're going to sit up nice and tall again. Think of the top of the head reaching for the ceiling. We're trying to maintain that long spine. We're going to reach the arms up. And then rotate the palms, push them down as though you're pushing through water and the lengthening in the spine. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. This time we're going to reach the arms up. We're going to bend the elbows and come to cactus arms. So you can have the palms facing front if you like, or you can have them facing in. I'm going to keep mine facing in today. I'm going to pull the arms together. Maybe the elbows touch, maybe they don't, that's okay. And then inhale to open. Exhale, draw the arms towards each other. They don't have to touch. And inhale to open. We'll do 2 more like that. This can be a lot of work, so go slowly and don't force your elbows together if it doesn't feel good. Last one, pull the elbows together. and then open. This time we're going to bring the right hand down first and then a left arm on top of it. So we call these genie arms. So we're going to keep the arms in front of the chest. If this is really tiring for your arms, you can lower them down, or you can try a little challenge of keeping them up. We're going to try to keep the nose in line with the middle of the arms and rotate the rib cage to the right, and then come back to the center and rotate to the left and back to the center. So nice and tall. Inhale here. Exhale, rotate right. Inhale through the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Last one. Inhale through the center and exhale, left. Come back to the center. Relax everything down for a moment. Let the arms relax in case they got tired. So since we did it with one arm on top, we know we have to do the other one on top. So we're going to reach the arms up. We'll come back to our cactus arms. This time we'll bring the left arm down first and then the right. So if that's not the way you had it, just switch arms, that's fine. This time we'll inhale and get tall. We'll exhale to the left first. Inhale through the center. Exhale right. Through the center, to the left. Back up and to the right. Remember, you can always lower your arms down if they're getting tired. I just want you to work your torso from the rib cage. One last time, rotate, and then rotate, and then relax the arms down. So your arms are probably a bit tired now. It's a good time to take some water. And let's take a couple of those breaths in case your heart rate got up. We'll just slowly breathe a couple of times, inhaling through the nose. 2 more. Inhale. One more. Inhale. This time we're going to sit up tall. I'm going to come a little bit forward on my chair because it's quite a high chair and I want my feet to be flat on the ground. We're going to come up onto the tiptoes and then up onto the heels. We're going to rock forward onto the toes and back onto the heels. We're going to do that a couple of times. So at your own pace, whatever feels comfortable. And again, maybe notice that one ankle or one foot behaves a little differently than the other one. Couple more up onto the toes and the heels and the toes and the heels. We'll come down. We're going to tap the feet in and then out. Tap the toes in, tap them out. We'll do both feet together this time. And in and out. Couple more in and out. In and out. In and out. Faster. As fast as you can. And then till you lose all sense of rhythm there. And I'll lengthen one leg and then the other. So just gently here, just getting everything moving and warmed up. One more each leg. So if you can, do these with sitting up nice and tall. If not, you can sit back onto your chair or you can hold onto the chair for a bit of support as well. We're going to lengthen the right leg and then we'll point and flex those toes, curling the toes back towards you. Point and flex and point and flex a couple of times. And then we'll make some circles with the ankle, trying to keep the leg still. If this is a lot of work for your leg, you can always do this with your foot on the floor, just making circles at the ankle. And then we'll switch directions. And then bring that down, give it a little shake. And we'll do the left leg. Lengthening it out, we'll point and flex and point. Flex. Couple more times. And then we'll make our circles. Keeping the shoulders relaxed during all of this. Maintaining your breath. We'll switch directions. So most of the benefit, or a lot of the benefit from this, is from the breathing. So if this seems too much for you, just do one or two and then just sit quietly and breathe with us. It's called a practice for a reason. It's not a competition. We're just practicing. So we're going to lift the leg, lengthen it out, bring it to the floor and draw it in. Left leg up and out, and down and in. So we'll switch legs each time, just doing a couple here. And up and out, down and in. Let's reverse that. Slide the right foot out, lift it up, bend the knee in, and then lower. Left foot down and out, lift it, bend the knee, and lower. One more each side, out, and up, and in, and down, and out, and up, and in, and down. And give them a little rest. You can shake them. We'll sit up tall again. Bring the hands to heart center. Take a couple of breaths here. We're going to interlace the fingers. Invert the palms, push them away. Let the head drop round the spine and let the shoulder blades come apart. And as you inhale, lift the arms and the chest and the chin. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lifting everything. A little arch in the back if that feels okay. And exhale, fold. Two more. Inhale to lift. And exhale to fold. The last one, lengthening as you inhale. And exhale. We're going to inhale and reach the arms up, then release the hands. We're going to reach one arm and then the other, as though we're climbing a rope. So this can be very small and gentle, just moving the arms, or you can reach through the whole side and get that stretch so that your hip and leg almost come off the floor. So choose how much effort you want to put into it and how you're feeling. Maybe you do this more than once in the week and you do it gently one time and a bit more rigorously the next time. So reach and reach and reach. Last one and reach, and then bring the arms down. Let's take a couple of shoulder shrugs. Make some circles. Some gentle circles with the head. Nice and slowly. Let's do two in each direction. So when we're moving the head like this, we don't want the whole weight of the head hanging off the end of the neck. So we're moving it, but still there is some control. It's not just hanging an 8 or 12 pound head. We'll sit up nice and tall. So this time, instead of pulling on the rope, we're going to bring the hands up like we're playing patty cake. So my glasses are falling off. I'm going to push away. And we'll push. So this is another place where you can be very small and gentle with your push, or you can add some resistance to yourself and push it away. So really closing a door or pushing a chair away. Push and push. Two more like this. Push. Last one. And then we're going to come out to the side, and we're pushing out to the side like we're making room in a crowd, moving everything away. And push. Two more. Reach and reach, and then bring the arms down. So I'm sure your arms are tired now, so we're just going to let them relax for a moment. And we'll do a bit more work on the legs. So what we're going to do now on the legs is a bit new for some of you. And it might be a little bit of hard work. So again, decide how much you want to do. So I want you to think about the thigh bone to the knee. I'm going to rotate the whole leg. So we're not just don't think of moving the knee. Think of rotating the leg out and then in. So we're going to lift the foot either completely off the floor, or you can keep your toes on the floor. And we're moving the thigh bone out and then inwards, so across the center line if you can, rotating out and rotate in, out and in. So if you're feeling very vigorous today, you could lift your foot. It's a little bit more effort because you have to hold your leg up to do it. So you can choose if you're swaying your leg backwards and forwards or you're lifting it. And then we'll relax that leg down and try the other leg. So we're going to rotate out and rotate in, out and in. So this is another example where one hip is likely very different than the other. So for me, this leg does not like to rotate inwards, so it barely comes across the center line, but it's still moving. We're just trying to get those joints moving and keep them moving. Let's do one more, and then we'll lower it down, give it a little jiggle. So let's add to that work if you can. If not, it's fine, you can take a break. We're going to rotate the right leg out, and we're just going to lift the whole leg and then lower it, and lift and lower. So just bringing the toes off the floor a couple of times, and then we'll relax that leg down. We'll do the left leg, rotate it out first, then think of lifting the whole leg, not just lifting the foot off the floor. The whole leg lifts up and down, so the movement is coming from the thigh and down. So it might be an inch, might be a millimeter, or maybe you can really lift it high. That's great. And then we'll bring it down and give it a little rest. So we're going to try a challenge here, which I find quite difficult. We're going to rotate it inwards and try to lift the leg off the floor here. It's quite hard, and you probably won't lift the leg very high. So you probably feel a lot of work here, on the outer hip and thigh. If you bring your hand to your thigh, you might feel those muscles working. Do one more, and then relax it. And then left leg turn in, and we'll lift, and lift. So nice and gently. And maybe it doesn't even lift, but just thinking of engaging those muscles to try to lift would be good. And two more. And then lower down. Sit up tall again. And take a couple of breaths. You can let the head rest and bring the hands onto the knees into a child's pose, just a resting pose to bring your breathing back to normal. You can continue to breathe like that, or you can take a couple of those cleansing breaths that we did earlier. Or you can take a sip of water. And we'll do some of our sun salutations. Move nice and slowly, because we did some hard work there on the legs. So sit up nice and tall, finding that length in the spine. Arms are down by the side. Find that wideness in the collarbone here, so the shoulders are getting wider out to the side. Once you do that, just notice how much easier it is to breathe when we're actually sitting up properly, rather than cramping down and everything gets squashed. So try to, a couple of times a day, just really lengthen to breathe. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Let the chin drop a little. Inhale, come up halfway. Slide the shoulder blades down the back so it's more of a flat back. And then exhale, fold forward. As we inhale, reach the arms up. Bring the hands together, lower them down. We'll take 2 breaths here. Inhaling slowly. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale, slowly reaching the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep, reach the arms up. Bring the hands together, lower them down in front of the chest. 2 slow breaths here, breathing in and out and in inhale, sweep the arms up. This time we'll exhale and bring them to our cactus arms again. This time palms face forward. Going to keep a long back and the hinge forward. And then let everything relax and hang down. We'll inhale, find that flat back again, shoulder blades slide down the back. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And exhale to cactus arms, sitting up nice and tall as you inhale. So you exhale, take a side bend. And inhale through the center. Exhale to the left. And inhale, one more each side. And to the left. We'll bring the hands down in front. Pull the elbows back, lift the chest. Find that cobra lengthening through the front of the body. Shoulder blades can draw together. And then curling everything the opposite way, reaching the arms forward, letting the chin drop. Just repeat that, pulling the elbows back, lifting the chin and the chest. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, do one more version. We'll bring the hands to heart center again. Sweeping the arms up. Exhale to our cactus arms. Inhale, hinging forward with a straight back. And then exhale, folding down. Inhale halfway, lengthening the spine. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, find those cactus arms again. Keeping that spine nice and tall, we'll exhale and twist to the right. And inhale back to the center. And then to the left. And back to the center. Don't move the arms, move the ribcage and the chest. And the arms come along for the ride. Back to the center, lower the arms. Inhale, lift the chest and the chin, draw the elbows back. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale one more time, lifting the chest, the chin. If you like, you can reach your arms back, either taking hold of the chair or interlace the fingers and reach them away, really opening everything through the front. Take an extra breath here. And then release the hands, lower the chin, and find that resting pose again. Take a couple of slow breaths here. Now we'll sit up nice and tall. And we'll come into some warrior poses. So we're going to come around to the right side. So the right foot is on the floor towards the side of your chair. The left foot should be pointing towards the front of the room. Both feet are firmly on the floor. The chest is looking over the right leg. Arms are down by the side. Inhale and sweep the arms up. Nice long arms here. They can be as low as they need to be, but keep them long rather than having them high and loose. Nice long. Lengthen. Breathe here. I'm going to rotate the chest towards the front. Bring that left arm behind. Right arm lowers down. Rests on the radiator if you have one. The chest is trying to face forward. I'm going to rotate the palms. Inhale and reach the arms up. And then exhale. Lower down. Inhale, reach. And then lower. One more time. Inhaling up. This time, keep the right arm up. Just bring the left arm down. We're going to take a reverse warrior or a radiant warrior. Bending towards that left side. Feel that stretch all down these right ribs. See if you can look up at that hand. And then we'll lower everything back to our warrior two. Take a breath here. Sweep this left arm down. Rotate the chest back to that right leg, reaching the arms to the ceiling. Or to the wall. And then lower the arms. We're going to come into a triangle pose. So we're staying in the same position, but this front leg, the left leg, is going to slide out onto the floor or your mat. I like to have my heel on the floor, my toes pointing up towards the ceiling. where the chest is facing the corner of the chair, left arm's inside the thigh, and keep a long spine here. So this isn't a side bend. We're doing this with a lengthened spine and hinging from the hip. Just slide that arm down. You can hold onto the back of the chair with the right arm. And you might feel a stretch in the inner thigh. Maybe you can look down at that foot. Keep breathing. One more breath here. And then we'll slowly come all the way back up. Bend this leg in. And take a little pause there. Give that leg a little shake. And then we'll come around to the other side. So this time the right foot is staying in the middle of the floor, pointing to the front. Left foot is out to the side and the chest is facing that left leg. Arms are down by the side. Sweep up. For warrior one. Taking a breath or two. And then we'll bring that right arm down, palms face down. The chest is trying to face the front. It won't entirely, but we're moving in that direction. Look over those front fingertips, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Rotate the palms. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, lower. Inhale to reach. And exhale, lower. Inhale to reach. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach the arms up. We'll keep the left arm up. Bring the right hand to the chair. Find that radiant warrior. Side bending towards the right. Breathing through those left ribs. Opening everything up. Maybe looking up towards the hand. And then slowly finding our way back up to warrior two. Bringing the right arm down, rotating the chest, face the left leg, reaching the arms for warrior one. And we'll lower the arms. We'll find triangle on this side. So right leg lengthens out in front. Heel on the floor, toes pointing to the ceiling. Hold onto the chair with the left hand. Bring that right arm onto the inside of the thigh. So remember again, we've got a long spine here. So there's a broom down your back and you're hinging at the hip. Sliding the hand down until you feel some resistance. And then pause there. And maybe you can look down at that foot. One more breath. Slowly release. Bring everything back up. And come around to the front. So we're going to do tree pose. So there are lots of different ways of doing this. Let's start with the arms. We're just going to bring them to heart center. So for tree pose, we want to rotate that leg out to the side again. So one option is to bring the heel of the right foot to the ankle of the left foot and sit here with that leg turned out like this. An alternative is if you have the flexibilities, you could bring your foot to the outside of the chair and lengthen that way. So we haven't been able to do this in class because we have chairs with arms on, so this might be a nice option for you. We've already opened up the thigh a little bit, so this is maybe a nice way of doing it. So hands can stay here. I like to close my eyes doing tree. And actually think of a tree. Picture it in your mind's eye. How strong the roots are. How it sways a little bit. And if you like, you can grow the branches of your tree. And you can do anything you like here. You can spread your branches out. The tree can sway or turn or twist. It can move a lot, it can move a little bit, or you can keep your arms down. So I'm going to give you a couple of breaths to explore the movement of your tree, either with your leg out or with your leg in, whatever feels good. One more breath here. And then when you're ready, slowly bring your hands back to the heart center. Release them down. We're going to relax this leg and we'll switch to the left leg. So again, options are to bring this left heel to the right ankle and just have the leg turned out, or bring that foot to the outside of the chair, resting the heel on the chair leg. We'll start with hands at heart center, closing the eyes, and deciding what you would like your tree to do and what shape it is. Is it tall and long? Does it spread out? Do the leaves move gently? Do the whole branches sway? You choose the tree that you would like to have. I'll give you a couple more breaths here. Breathing, bring your hands to heart center. If your eyes are closed, you can open them, relax the arms down and come back into the center. So we've done quite a lot of leg work, so let's stretch out the legs. We'll take the right leg, point it out to the side and bring it to the ankle again. Reach it out, bring it a little bit higher. And one more time, bringing it up and over the thigh. If this isn't comfortable for your hip, then keep your foot on the floor and just rotate the leg out like we did earlier. So you can stay here. This right foot is flexed, shoulders are relaxed. If you like, you can explore this a little more by hinging forward until you feel some resistance in this outer hip. This is seated pigeon. So again, you can let the head drop a little bit, but not completely hang down. Keep some length and strength in that neck. One more breath here. And we'll slowly begin to lengthen the spine. Let's take hold of this leg. So you can bring one hand underneath the foot and one underneath the knee, if that's comfortable. Or you can hook your arms underneath, if that's comfortable. We just want to take the weight of the leg in the hands and just make some movements like you're rocking a baby. Just move it up and down, side to side, trying to let the hip relax. And then we'll slowly rotate that leg. Bring it to the floor. Let it sweep in and out a little bit. And then we'll give some attention to the left hip. So we'll lengthen that left foot to the side and bring it into the ankle. We'll out to the side, a little bit higher, and then up and over the thigh. Get yourself situated first. We want equal weight on the sits bones here. Left foot is flexed and we're sitting up tall. So you may already feel a stretch here, and if so, then you can just pause here. If you want to explore a little deeper, then again you'll hinge forward and just breathe. And try to focus on breathing and relaxing into that hip. Do one more slow breath. As you inhale, we'll lengthen the spine again, and we'll rock that baby on this side. So maybe taking hold of that foot, hooking the other arm underneath, whatever way is comfortable. Just lift the leg and give it a little shake, or make some circles. If that's not comfortable, you can release it and make some circles this way. And then lower everything down. Give that a little shake. Rotate both legs in and out a few times. I'll do one more stretch here. So sitting up tall. I'm going to come closer to the front of my chair. And I'll lengthen the right leg out, heels on the floor, toes reach towards the ceiling, hands on the left thigh. Nice long spine again. I'm going to hinge forward. So you don't want to lock this knee, just lengthen the leg. Stretch for the back of the leg here. Keep breathing slowly, with control. One more breath. As you inhale, we're going to lengthen the spine. Bring this leg in and just take a pause there for one breath. And then we'll lengthen the left leg out. Heel is on the floor, hands on the right thigh. Nice wide collarbones. Begin to hinge forward. And maybe you feel a different kind of tension in one leg than the other. It's always interesting to explore. One more breath. As you inhale, lengthen the spine. Bring everything back. Sit back in your chair. Let's make some shoulder circles again. Lifting the chin and lowering. Exploring how you feel. Back to the center, and we'll turn the head gently from one side to the other. Maybe it feels better because you've loosened everything up. Maybe it feels a bit tighter because you've worked hard. Just noticing here. And then we'll come back to the center. I'm going to let that right arm rest on your leg and take the fingers of your left hand and gently stroke the arm a few times. The fingertips up towards the shoulder, like you're brushing it with a little paintbrush. And then we'll switch arms, brushing it up towards the shoulder. One more. We'll take the fingers to the temples, so just at the side of the head here. Very gently make some little circles. Just in that area of tension. You probably know exactly where it is you need to gently press. If you have a headache sometimes, it helps to just give yourself a little massage here. And then we'll work our way down the jawbone till you get to that gnarly bit in front of the ears, and just gently making some circles there. And moving on down till you get to the edge of the jawbone underneath the ear. You can feel it moving as you move your mouth. And just gentle circles there. Be very gentle. Don't need to push hard. And wherever else you feel would be a good place. Then you can take your fingers and gently stroke across your forehead. And then we'll get ready for Shavasana. We'll sit back in the chair. If you have a block or something you can rest your feet on, that might be nice. Otherwise, find a comfortable way to sit. Let's bring the hands to the thighs. Let the elbows draw back towards the waist so that there's no weight in the arms. You're letting them relax. And let the chin drop just a little bit. And close the eyes. And we'll just start by observing our breath and how we feel. We'll focus on the top of the head. And then the forehead and the temples. With each breath, bring your awareness to that area, letting it soften and relax. Relax the jaw. Relax the tongue. Focus on the back of your neck and let it be soft. Across the top of your shoulders. Bring your attention to the area between your shoulder blades where we hold lots of tension. So focus on breathing into that area a couple of times. Just paying attention. And then notice your ribs at the back reaching into the chair with each breath. Come back around to the front and focus on your collarbones. Notice how they may move slightly with each breath. Notice the heaviness of your arms. Your shoulders, your elbows, and your hands are heavy. So focus the next couple of breaths on the weight of those arms and hands. And with each breath, let them get a little heavier. Bring your attention to your hips and pelvis. And notice where the back of your thighs touch the chair. With each breath, imagine sinking a little further into the chair. Notice the weight of your hands on your thighs. Just pay attention to that feeling for a couple of breaths. Your knees are relaxed. Your ankles are relaxed. And notice the weight of your feet on the floor. And with each breath, let your feet be heavier, sinking a little further into the floor. I'll bring your attention back to breathing. And just notice with each inhale, slight expansion and lift of the chest and maybe the belly. And focus on keeping the breath slow and soft. And begin to invite some small movements back. Start by gently wiggling your fingers and your toes, making some circles at the ankles and wrists. Maybe reaching your arms up for a big stretch, or curling down into a rest pose, whatever feels appropriate here. But whatever you do, don't just jump up out of your chair. Take a moment to rest here and reward yourself for doing this for yourself, and try to take that feeling of Shavasana with you throughout the rest of the day and the next few days too. As always, I miss you all so much. I'm hoping you are well and healthy and looking after yourselves. See you next week. Namaste.